Today we're talking about something that is definitely not glamorous, but very real. How living in a cold weather state affect us emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Welcome friends, we are Albert and Ruby.
Welcome friends.
If you live in a cold climate or thinking about moving to a cold climate state, this video
it's for you.
We're diving deep into how the cold can change you in ways you might not expect.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it. Part 1. The physical impact of cold weather. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about the physical side of living in the cold. We are talking dry air, the snow shoveling, which is not fun, and all the layers of clothing that you have to put on every single day.
And it's not fun at all.
No, it's not fun.
We are completely tired of it.
Yes.
And don't forget the constant battle, the cold air itself.
Oh yes.
It hits you the moment you step outside and your body is like, why are we doing this again?
Yeah.
Right?
Honestly, it's a lot for your body to handle. The dry air gives me the worst skin, always dry on my hands, chapped lips, dry hands like I mentioned. Everything is dry.
Dry eyes.
Everything is dry. Dry eyes. No matter how much lotion I use, it feels like it's never enough. It feels like it doesn't help at all. You know, recently you were battling with your eye. If you guys will see another video that we have, we posted it. He was talking about how his red eye was affected too because what was going on is
so
allergies.
They don't know if it's allergies. They don't know if he has to do something with congestion or something around the sinus gets blocked because it's too dry. It is always like this when it's cold. Yeah. All the time, every year after year, I've been experimenting this eye turning really red. A lot of people think it's pink eye, which is not. And it lasts me for almost a month, right?
I know, it lasts a while.
And it's not fun because I can't even talk. It hurts terribly. And I can feel pain like just around the nose area, this
like
part,
nostrils?
like nostrils, and it goes around here, and it's just so painful. Sometimes even after taking medication, you know, for example, ibuprofen or Tylenol or antihistamines, you know, it still doesn't do anything for me, right?
Yeah, it bothers you quite a bit. But we have come down to the conclusion that there isn't really much we can do to like treat it and make it go away. Unfortunately, we have to endure the process of letting it run its course, and it happens every year, either around the fall, winter months, and that's when it hits. So
and it's very painful, and after going to the doctor for many years, they have told me that many people in this state go through the same problem.
Yeah, we live in the Midwest, friends. So in the US, in the Midwest, and a lot of people that lives in the Midwest that live in a cold climate, like with horrible winters as we do, they do go through this type of problems with allergies and all kind of stuff because of the dry air. And
let's not even talk about how heavy my winter coat feels like in my body.
Yeah.
It's super heavy after wearing it for hours, right? You're wearing it all day. It doesn't matter if you're inside the house, you're so used to it, you don't even take it off no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, your neck hurts, your back hurts. It's just so much weight because it's just so thick. But
it's like carrying rocks.
Yeah.
Like it's so heavy that pretty much at the end of the day, when you're done wearing it, it's just your body hurts too.
It hurts, definitely. Plus, shoveling all that snow is not as fun as it looks like in the movies or whatever. It is a workout. It's just so much work. And then you have to add the salt because it could also be dangerous at times.
We have heard of people shoveling snow, have fallen, and sometimes they break their hips or their arms, right? So it's dangerous too. Also, after shoveling snow, after 10 minutes, I'm sweating, but at the same time, it feels cold.
Yes.
It's like my body cannot keep up with the cold.
I know. It's an odd feeling.
Yeah,
Definitely it's an odd feeling. You don't know if you're cold, you're hot. It is just an odd feeling. Definitely.
Yeah, and sometimes it gets under -20, -30. When you get inside, you can't even feel your legs or your arms from shoveling snow.
Yes. Now we're moving into part 2. How can this affect you, in this case us, mentally and emotionally? Now here is where it gets sticky, friends. Winter doesn't just mess with your bodies. It can also mess with your mind too, unfortunately, right?
Yes. You think the cold will only be an inconvenience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it can seriously affect your mood as well, right?
Yes.
We go through that. Like we both experienced the seasonal slump where the lack of sunlight, right? It starts to drag us down.
Yes, it does. It definitely does. It can really affect your mood, how you feel in the mornings, on your energy level, how optimistic you can feel that day because it's so gloomy and cold outside and you just feel like staying home sometimes and not seeing the sunshine, always cloudy, it's always dry air. It can contribute a lot to feeling somewhat depressed and feeling like you're not up to do much.
Yeah.
And we have lived that. And that is a battle that we continue to endure. And it's something that we don't let that take ground on us because we're always thinking positive and all that, and we're keeping a positive mindset of this is momentarily. Let's focus on something else that could give us the energy that we're looking for, even though it's gloomy outside. Let's focus on the positive. But it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of mental energy to not let the weather, to not let the horrible winter outside affect your mood. It really does. We barely get 8 hours of daylight. And when it's cloudy, it just feels like it's dark all the time. Like from night to day, it's just an odd feeling. And your day can sometimes go by faster too. Like for example, us, sometimes we look at the clock and we're like, whoa, we're dropping off our daughter at school, then we get on with our errands, and then we work out, we go to the gym, we push ourselves to stay active, and boom, it is already 4:30 p.m. We have to go pick up our daughter from school. At that time, that daylight is over and you feel like it's time to go to bed now.
And unfortunately, we feel like spiders, stuck always at home.
Yeah.
Like
it does.
like always indoor because it's so cold that you cannot even be enjoying the sun.
No, or going or outside.
Yes, and we do like to go outside a lot.
Yeah, we are outdoorsy. We are, and it feels like you mentioned, from your house to your car, from the car to the store, and from the store to the car, and then you just go on like that until your next location. But it's pretty much from the car to that location to the location to the car to your home. So you don't spend any time outside really.
And it's the same for 6 months sometimes.
Yes. So it's a tedious routine. It is a tedious routine. It's a drag, and we can't wait for the winter to be gone when we are in that stage in our state, and to at least be able to enjoy a little bit of the sunshine in the summer months. You might think that it sounds a bit dramatic, but you feel it.
You can definitely feel it.
When you live in a cold weather state and it's as bad as the one where we live in,
yeah,
it's just difficult.
And you start feeling sluggy, unmotivated, and sometimes just down from any reason. You feel down, and all you want to do is stay home. It's tough to get out of bed. Why? Because it's dark outside, really cold, that you just want to stay there all day. Yeah, and it's that weird mix of wanting to do stuff, but also not having the energy to do it.
Yeah. You don't have the energy. Yeah, we don't. It's like our emotions are all over the place. Yeah. That's kind of what a horrible winter can do to a person. It makes you feel extra tired, irritable at times too, and sometimes even a little bit lonely because we are just always isolated. Our neighbors, they're in their home. Everyone that we see out, they're out and about just taking care of their errands, their business, what they're gonna do. They really don't want to socialize much because it's so cold, and we're just trying to get our things done and go back to the car and get back home where it's warm. So we feel like there isn't
It's really depressing.
it's kind of depressing, and there isn't a lot of opportunities to socialize with anyone, interact. It's just an odd feeling.
Yes.
It is.
And you start realizing this after the years go by, because for us, we travel. We start, we like to travel. We like to be outside. We like to run. We like to go to parks, and you start feeling it. So it gets harder through the years.
It does, especially now that we have our daughter who is transitioning into that stage where she doesn't enjoy the playground as much as she used to when she was younger, but she still enjoys a lot of outdoor activities. And even when she was younger, we were very limited on what we could do with her, because obviously parks is what we have here. But with the winter and with the super cold weather,
people become couch potatoes.
yeah, couch potatoes, because then the park is not even an option anymore. Or riding your bike, for example, that's not even an option either because of the ice. So we have run out of options to a lot of things to do outside. It's just pretty much going to watch a movie, and everything is in regards to indoors, and
Boring,
it gets lonely.
boring.
It
It's
gets
just
lonely.
it's just
sad.
I don't know how to describe this, but it's just it is terrible. If it is, it's a terrible feeling. People at church told us that they feel lonely too. They feel isolated, as you mentioned, because from church they get home because they cannot be outside, or they cannot go anywhere because it's too cold. There's times where it's 5 degrees outside, but it feels -10 because the wind, or because whatever reason it is, but it's super cold, right?
Yes, it makes it feel colder than what it actually is telling you. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you feel trapped inside your own home and you feel like you can go outside, you can go anywhere. Thankfully, we have a positive mindset, friends. Otherwise, I feel like it would have affected us even more if you're not conscientious about those thoughts coming into your mind and you don't redirect them. They can impact you in a worse way. But us, we try to keep ourselves busy. We try to keep ourselves busy with our daughter, keep her entertained with her homework, us hobbies that we like to enjoy doing here at the house while we're in winter. What else can we do? And that has helped us. That has helped us to stay more positive and still remain motivation, even though we're going through this tough winter months here in the Midwest.
And the other thing that it doesn't help, that when you go outside, there's no green. That everything's dead. There's no green. It's just horrible. There's no nature.
Yeah.
And everything's blah 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 blah.
Gloomy and blah, gray, no sunshine.
And there's times where we don't even see the sun for almost 2 or 3 weeks, right? Because at a time, because it's always cloudy, it's snowy, or whatever
rainy,
reason. Yeah.
Icy. It is not a fun thing to do driving when there's a blizzard out, or not even just not even a blizzard, but sometimes people can underestimate the situation and be driving and going at a higher speed, and actually under the snow there could be ice there, and that's very dangerous.
Yes.
So we are encouraged to stay home and just go out for the very necessary reasons, which is grocery shopping or running errands that must be done.
We were searching and we realized that, I don't know if it's considered all the Midwest, but people that live in the Midwest tend to be more stressed, higher depression, higher anxiety.
Yes, that's what the statistics were showing, that in colder weather states or countries, people tend to have more depression and anxiety if they're not very conscientious of their thoughts and their mental health, because it can play a big impact in their lives.
Yeah, and now we move to the third part of this video: how cold impacts our relationships.
Definitely. So we are talking about how it can affect us individually, but what about as a couple.
Yeah, because the weather gets really harsh, friends. It can put a strain on relationships. Not in a huge way, but small things start to pop up.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe because we spend a lot of time together, we're always indoors, so we're paying more attention to little things here and there that we would have not noticed if we wouldn't be indoors all the time.
Yes.
We spend a lot of time indoors, like we have mentioned, which sounds cozy at times, right?
It does.
But after a few weeks, it starts to feel like we have watched every show on Netflix and eaten all the snacks or seen all the videos here on YouTube.
That is very true. I feel like we both need more space to breathe sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you're stuck inside because of the cold, it's easy to get on each other's nerves. Too.
Yeah. That's what we were
All
trying
the
to
time.
say earlier.
Yeah.
It's easier to get on each other's nerves. Yeah, that's right. And I think that lack of sunlight can make us more sensitive.
It's not just about the cold, friends. It's about the overall feelings of being kind of stuck. We had to find ways to keep our relationship strong, even when both of us are in a funk.
Yes. We have learned that even small things like going for a walk together, right?
Yeah.
Or doing like a cozy indoor activity can make a huge difference.
And being okay with not being okay sometimes. If we're both feeling off, we try give each other space,
Yes.
We have to, without taking it personally.
And we have learned that through living this way for a while now. So now we know that it's not that he's trying to do something to make me upset or I'm trying to do something to make him upset. It's just something that would actually help us in a way.
Yeah.
So this brings us to part 4, coping strategies to get you through the winter. If you are dealing with some of the same struggles, here are a few things that have helped us get through the winter months.
First up is light therapy. We have to give each other therapy.
Yeah, yes. Something that we have tried to implement is trying to go outside, even if it's for just 10 minutes. The fresh air does wonders. It really, really does help.
It does. Another one is exercise. We try to exercise as much as we can, even when it's really cold, even when we don't want to go outside. We put our time to go out.
We force ourselves
to
make it to the gym.
Even a short workout. We like to go to the gym for at least 2 hours, but sometimes we do 45 minutes. We just run or walk because it helps us mentally and it helps us physically. It also helps us with our mood as well. It keeps us, a little motivated. It gives us a little bit of energy. So those are the things that we do, and those are things that we can implement to you guys if you guys live in a cold state like we do.
Yeah, and you can prepare your favorite warm drink.
Hot chocolate,
warm tea, coffee, and bundle up in the couch and watch a good movie or great YouTube videos. Just have in mind that that's what you have at the moment and that the winter months are gonna be over soon.
Yeah, but always try to keep a positive mindset. It helps us mentally. It changes our mood. It gives us energy. And it possibly can help you as well.
Yes, meditation.
Meditation.
Yeah,
Pilates.
meditate.
We do Pilates. I don't care. I do Pilates. We do Pilates at home when
yoga.
we cannot yoga. We do yoga here at home.
Practice your breathing.
Yes.
That will help you relax
Yes.
and let go, and you'll forget where you're at for a while.
Yes.
So that has helped us a lot to meditate and pray.
Pray.
God will give you the strength that you need
Yes.
to get through the tough moments, to release stress, anxiety, declare that you don't have that, declare that you are joy, that you have joy in your life. That helps us a lot. But just learning to control your mind, learning to have a positive mindset. I know it's not easy when it's so gray and gloomy outside.
Always stay positive, friends. That's the only thing that we can suggest, because if we live in cold weather states, that's all we need.
Yeah, we have to have positivity until you're able to make the move to a warmer climate state. But as for now, we have to be happy and we have to keep a positive mindset always. As always, we hope that through our experience, you can learn something valuable for your life. If this video has brought you any value, please consider subscribing to our channel and share this video with someone else who might need to hear it as well.
Yes. And we are on our way for 1,000 subscribers. Please help us, friends. Please subscribe to our videos.
Help us reach this goal.
Yes.
And leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section. We would love to read your messages, friends. Thank you so much for watching, for tuning in, and we will see you on our next video.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye. Stay warm.
Stay warm. Bye.